The moment we are born, we have this natural curiosity for the world. We walk around and touch everything we can get our hands on, as these experiences help us to understand the world around us. The moment we become older, the curiosity remains, but what we consider interesting changes. That simple glass of water is not interesting anymore. We become interested in history, technology, perhaps learning a new instrument, or sometimes we are interested in really random stuff. If it wasn't for curiosity of humans, we wouldn't have made the progress we did. If Leonardo da Vinci wasn't curious, we wouldn't have parachutes. If Thomas Edison wasn't curious, or did it mean Nikola Tesla, we might still use candles instead of regular light. The point is, curiosity leads to new inventions and progress, but that progress isn't always external, it can also be internal. This means learning new things, it means understanding who we are. It also means self-reflection. But what would happen if we are too curious for our own good? There are two sides to every coin. Curiosity can lead to the feeling you're never satisfied. You need to learn more, and as you learn more, you actually realize you don't know much after all. This rabbit hole in turn depletes your satisfaction. Or it could turn something that should be a fun experience into a frustrating one. You might need new headphones, which enables you to enjoy the music with better quality audio. But the buying process becomes less enjoyable since you want to know all options and consider all alternatives, instead of just buying the headphone. Or you might become distracted. That one initial question you had turns into 10 more questions. You keep on searching when in reality you should be focusing on the work at hand. The thing is, curiosity, which is a good thing, can also lead to negative things or bad behavior. Now let's dig a little bit deeper. There's one aspect of curiosity which proceeds in a gradual and subtle way, but if you're not being conscious, it might have harmful effects. And this insidious aspect is called introspection. Introspection basically means examining our own internal thoughts and emotions. We do this because we want to understand why do we think a certain way, or why do I have these thoughts. Basically, we want to have an answer for everything, so we apply the same curiosity we have to understanding ourselves internally. But what if there isn't an answer for everything? Well, I don't know if there's an answer for everything, I have no idea. But what I do know is that I've tried it by asking myself a lot of questions, and it didn't always lead to pleasant feelings. And the thing is, if you start to question yourself too much, it can actually lead to over-analysis and to, in the end, rumination. Rumination is a process of continuously thinking about the same thoughts all the time. I speak from personal experience. I had a phase when I was in university when I had to ask myself everything. I wanted to understand, what is the purpose of life? What is the meaning of life? Why do I do this? What makes me happy? All these kind of questions. And in order to understand also my thought process better, I turned to meditation. I thought the more meditation, the better. So I kept doing literally every day. But what I actually experienced was that instead of making me more positive and getting better emotions, more positive emotions, I actually also experienced more negative emotions. And someone might say, well, that's also part of the process. Well, I do agree with that. The thing is, when you do that too much, when you start overanalyzing too much, you become really stuck in your head. So I think it's better to just get unstuck and just do things and start experience life. Luckily, I was quickly aware of this. What I realized was, I don't need to know everything, I don't have an answer, and actually it's fine. It's perfectly fine. So what I did was basically shifting the focus from being in my head and thinking I can solve everything inside my head to actually going out there and just do stuff and make the fun out of it. So I really believe we learn more from doing and experiencing our life than from sitting on a rock and thinking all the time. Don't get me wrong, sometimes we do need to sit on that rock and to recontemplate life, but it cannot be a substitute to just go out there and do things and learn that way. My message to you is this: stay curious, because curiosity keeps life interesting and worthwhile. But be cautious that you don't slip away slowly and steady into the dark side. The choice is yours.